and to fly him when he comes back. You demi puppets that by moonshine to the green sour ringlets make, whereof the yield not bites. And you, whose pastime is to make midnight mushrooms, that rejoice to hear the solemn curfew, by whose aid, weak masters though we be, I have bedimmed the noontide sun, poured forth the mutinous winds, and twixt the green sea and the edged port set roaring war. To the dread rattling thunder have I given fire, and rifted Jove's stout oak with his own bolt. The strong base promontory have I made shake, and by the spurs plucked up the pine and cedar. Graves at my command have waked their sleepers, oped and let them forth by my so potent art.
If by that art, my dearest father, you have put the wild waters in this rock, lay them. Oh, I have suffered with those that I so suffer. A brave vessel who had no doubt some noble creature in her dashed all to pieces. Poor souls, they perished.
Be collected. No more amazement. Tell your piteous heart there's no harm done.
Oh, woe's the day!
No harm. I have done nothing but in care of thee. Of thee, my dear one. Thee, my daughter.
But father...
Here cease more questions. Thou art inclined to sleep. 'Tis a good dullness, and give it way. I know thou canst not choose. But this wrath magic I here abjure, and when I have required some heavenly music, which even now I do, to work mine end upon their senses that this airy charm is for. Break my staff! Bury it certain fathoms in the earth, and the deeper than did ever plummet sound, I'll drown my book.
Where should this music be? In the air? On the earth? It sounds so far. And sure, it waits upon some god on the island. Sitting on the bed, weeping against shipwreck, this music crept by me upon the waters, allaying both their fury and my passion with its sweet air. Since I have followed it, war, it has drawn me rather. 'Tis wrong. Now, it begins again. This is no mortal business, nor no sound, and the earth owes. I hear it now above me.
The fringed curtains of thine eye advance. Say what thou seest yond.
What is't? A spirit? Lord, how it looks about! Believe me, sir, it carries a brave form. But 'tis a spirit!
No, wench, it eats and sleeps and hath such senses as we have such. This gallant which thou seest was in a shipwreck, and but is something stained. Thou mightest call him a goodly person.
I might call him a thing divine, for nothing natural I ever saw so noble.
It goes on, I see, as my soul prompts it.
Most sure, the goddess on whom these airs attend. Vouchsafe my prayer.
May know if you remain upon this island, and that you will some good instruction give how I may bear me here. My prime request, which I do last pronounce is... Oh, you wonder if you be maid or no.
No wonder, sir, but certainly a maid.
My language, heavens! At the first sight, they've changed eyes.
Oh, if a virgin and your affection not gone forth, I'll make you the queen of Naples.
They are both in either's powers. But this swift business I must uneasy make, lest too light winning makes the prize light. A word, good sir! I fear you have done yourself some wrong. A word!
Why speaks my father so ungently? This is the third man that I saw. The first that I sighed for. Pity move my father to incline to my way.
Quiet! I charge thee that thou attend me. Thou hast put thyself upon this island as a spy to win it from me the love of to know as I am a man.
There's nothing you can do in such a temple. If the evil spirit have so fair a house, good things will strive to dwell with.
Speak not for him. He's a traitor. Come! I'll manacle thy neck and feet together. Sea water shalt thou drink. Thy food shall be the fresh brook mussels, withered roots and husks wherein the acorn cradled.
No!
What?
I will resist such entertainment till mine enemy has more power. Oh, dear father, make not to rush a trial of him, for he's gentle and not fearful.
What? I say, my foot, my tutor, put thy sword up, traitor. Who makest a show, but there is not strike? Thy conscience is so possessed with guilt. Come from thy ward, for I can here disarm thee with this finger and make thy weapon drop.
Beseech you, father.
Hang not to my garments.
Sir, have pity. I'll be surety.
Silence! One word more shall make me chide thee, if not hate thee. Obey! Thy nerves are in their infancy again and have no vigor in them.
So they are. My spirits, as in a dream, are all bound up. The weakness which I feel, the wreck of all my friends, nor this man's threats to whom I am subdued, are but light to me. Might I, but through my prison once a day, behold that maid? All corner cells in the earth, let liberty make use of. Space enough have I in such a prison.
It works.
Be of comfort. My father's of a better nature, sir, than he appears by speech. This is unwanted which now came from him.
Speak not for him. Fetch us in fuel and be quick.
There be some sports are painful, and their labor delighting them sets off. Some kinds of baseness are nobly undergone, and most poor matters point to rich ends. This, my mean task, would be as heavy to me as odious. But the mistress which has served Peking was dead, and makes my labors pleasures. Oh, she is 10 times more gentle than her father's crabbed, and he's composed of harshness. I must remove some thousands of these logs and pile them up upon a soaring junction. My sweet mistress weeps when she sees me work, and says such business had never liked executor. I forget, but these sweet thoughts do even refresh my labors. Alas, now pray you, work not so hard. I would the lightning had burned out those logs that you are enjoined to pile. Pray, set it down, rest you. When this burns, 'twill weep for having wearied you. My father's heart are study. Pray you now, rest yourself. He's safe for these 3 hours. Oh, most dear mistress, the sun will set before I shall discharge what I must strive to do. If you'll sit down, I'll bear your logs a while. Pray, give me that. I'll carry it to the pile. No, precious creature, I had rather crack my sinews, break my back, than you should such dishonor undergo while I sit lazy by. It should become me as well as it does you, and I should do it with much more ease, for my goodwill is to it, and yours it is against.
Poor worm, she's infected. This vegetation shows it.
You look wearily.
No, noble mistress.
'Tis fresh morning with me when you are by at night. I do beseech you, chiefly that I might study in my prayers. What is your name? Miranda. Oh, my father, I have broke your haste to say so.
Admire the Miranda. Indeed, the top of admiration. Worth was dearest to the world.
Full many a lady I have eyed with best regard, and many a time the harmony of their tongues hacked into bondage brought my too diligent ear. For several virtues have I liked, several women, never any with so full soul. But some defect in her did quarrel with the noblest grace she owed, and put it to the foil. But you, Oh, you, so perfect and so peerless, are created of every creature's best. I do not know one of my sex. No woman's face remember, save from my glass mine own. Nor have I seen more that I may commend than you, good friend, and my dear father. How features are broad, I am skilless of, but by my modesty that during my dower, I would not wish any companion in the world but you, nor can imagination form a shape, besides yourself to like of. But I prattle something too wildly, and my father's precept I therein do forget. I am in my condition a prince, Miranda, and would no more endure this wooden slavery than to suffer the flesh fly from my mouth. Hear my soul speak. The very instant that I saw you did my heart fly to your service. There resides to make me slave to it. And for your sake, am I this patient logman? Do you love me? Oh, heaven! Oh, earth! Bear witness to this sound and crown what I profess with kind events if I speak true. If hollowly, in word, what best exposed me to mischief, I, beyond all limit of what else in the world, do love, prize, honor you. I am a fool to weep at what I am glad of.
Bearing count of two most rare affections, heavens rain grace on that which breathes between them.
Wherefore weep you? At mine unworthiness that dare not offer what I desire to give, and much less take what I shall die to want. But this is trifling, and Osmond seeks to hide itself the bigger bulk it shows. Hence, bashful cunning, and prompt me, plain and holy innocence. I am your wife. If you will marry me, if not, I'll die your maid. To be your fellow, you may deny me, but I'll be your servant whether you will or no. My mistress, dearest, and I thus humble ever. My husband, then? I, with a heart as willing as bondage here of freedom. Here's my hand. And mine, with my heart in it.
Have too austerely punished you. Your compensation makes amends. For I have given you here a third of mine own life, or that for which I live, who once again I tender to thy hand. All thy vexations were but my trials of thy love, and thou hast strangely stood the test. Here, afore heaven, I ratify this, my rich gift. Oh, Ferdinand, do not smile at me that I boast of her, for thou shalt find she will outstrip all praise and make a halt behind her.
I do believe it.
Then, as my gift and thine own acquisition worthily purchased, take my daughter. Thou dost break a virgin knot before all sanctimonious ceremonies may with full and holy rite be ministered. Now, sweet aspersion shall the heavens let fall to make this contract grow. But barren hate, so I disdain and discord, shall be strewn your bed with weed so loudly that you shall hate it both. Therefore, take heed, as Hymen's lamps shall light you.
As I hope for quiet days, fair issue, and long life, with such love as 'tis now. The murkiest then, the most opportune place, the strongest suggestion our wiser genius can, shall never melt mine honor into lust, to take away the edge of that day's celebration.
Barely spoke. Sit then and talk with her. She is thine own.